President Trump says now the date and location have been set for the meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, which could take place in the coming weeks. Joining me now for insight of the author of Nuclear Showdown, author Gordon Chang. Sir, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Liz.
I appreciate it. I'll get it out eventually if I try hard enough. First and foremost, criticism or compliments of this week, especially on the heels of the fact that we're learning those 3 hostages may be coming home.
Yeah, that's really important. I mean, that's a precondition for talks. But also we need something else from the North Koreans. There's possibly a 4th American there, David Snedden, who disappeared in mysterious circumstances in August 2004 from China. Many people believe he is in North Korea. I would like the North Korean leader to say whether they're holding or not holding Snedden. I think his family deserves that. And the American people deserve it as well.
But that being said, well, do you expect, A, to hear of that news? And secondly, is the president overplaying his hand when he's indicating that it could be in the next few days that they get released? I mean, it's sort of tricky, as you would probably attest to when you're trying to negotiate with this rogue nation.
Yeah, many people have said that, and I can understand the criticism. But also, there are other things that are going on, I'm sure, that made it wise for the president to say that. You know, there's going to be a lot of discussions, and it's not just U.S. versus North Korea, you know, South Korea as well. And so I'm sure that there are considerations that really made it advisable for the president to start talking about this. But I'm sure that we're going to have a conversation about the timing of these announcements when the 3 actually are returned.
I want to sort of ask you, what do you anticipate that will take place before their meeting? And how much information will we be getting, especially if the meeting is at the DMZ, leading up to the meeting and then after? Because President Trump is certainly one to disseminate information immediately on Twitter. You see something completely opposite, obviously, from the regime in North Korea, where there's no media, no Twitter and nothing. And so I'm curious as to what we're going to see when this meeting does take place.
Yeah, and there's another source of information, and that is South Korea, because there are a number of people in the South Korean government who have their own agenda, and that's probably, they're going to further that by actually making comments, as they already have been. So I think we're going to learn a fair amount from Seoul as well. And this is going to be important because, you know, President Trump goes into that meeting. It's absolutely critical. You know, that first discussion with Kim Jong-un, because that's going to set the tone for negotiations that could drag on not only months, but for years.
Right. I know we don't have much time because we have a lot going on today, but you brought up South Korea a couple times. I do want to bring China in because, you know, they want to have a presence here. And how are they going to do that?
Well, the Chinese are left outside these talks. That's a good thing because during the 6-party talks, 2003 to 2009, they were generally a malign influence. It was great for President Trump to accept Kim's offer to direct talks because that puts China outside the room, and China is desperately trying to get back in with only limited success.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Gordon Chang, we hope to have you back. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of news coming out of South Korea in between now and this meeting, so we hope to have you back, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.